For the last 3 months, we've heard details of the Liberal government's mismanagement of Ontario's air ambulance system trickle out through the media. And for months, we, members of the legislature, have been trying to get answers. It's clear that at some point along the way, there was a massive violation of the public trust. What was supposed to be a coordinated system to provide emergency health care to people across the province somehow ballooned into a web of mismanagement, reckless spending, for-profit subsidiaries who also spent recklessly, and quite likely political cronyism. At this point, I do not believe that we know the full scale of the problem, but we do know that public confidence in our province's air ambulance system has been shattered, and with it, confidence in this government's management of one of our most essential services, healthcare. We've heard the minister suggest that she acted when she became aware. This may be the case, but it may also be false. The only way we're going to get the answers we need to this question is to create an all-party committee that will investigate this matter and find out exactly what happened. There are many answers we need to know, including how many jobs this scandal has cost us across the province. I know in my riding, the creation of ORNGE has led to some serious changes in the number of our air carriers. They've told me that they used to receive a number of calls for transfer of patients, and that it was a good part of their business. And to be honest, they did it well. But once ORNGE popped up, those calls stopped. I've heard stories of one business being on the ground in Fort Frances, ready to pick up a patient. But ORNGE, with their nearest aircraft sitting on the ground in Sudbury, was called to pick up the patient, with a wait time of 2+ hours and a tremendous cost to the taxpayers. Needless to say, no, they don't care. Needless to say, this affected the Fort Frances company's bottom line, and after several years, it led to the bankruptcy of their company. This meant the relocation of the pilots and their families, and it led to their salaries being taken out of our region and into another province, Manitoba. The relocation of just a few families might not seem like a big deal to people in this legislature, but in our small towns, small businesses and our small towns are already facing hardships as a result of the downturn in the economy, and it does make a big difference. I've asked them, if ORNGE is eliminated, will you come back? And they've told me that they'd like to, but they've moved on. They've found new routes and new clients with a new company. So what I'd really like to know is how many businesses are in the same situation? How many jobs have been lost in our communities? How many municipally run airports have lost landing fees as a result of companies finding new home bases? And what is the ultimate price of this scandal? And quite most importantly, is the infrastructure still in place to take over from ORNGE if dissolving the company is the only solution to this problem? I disagree with the member from Guelph. I don't want this to be a blaming exercise, and I don't want to find scapegoats. And I don't think the people in the province of Ontario want that either. But we do want answers. We want to know who created the mess, who knew about it, and how it was permitted to happen with all the checks and balances that we're supposed to have with our system. And mismanagement of this magnitude is not supposed to happen in this day and age. We need to find out exactly how it did and build in additional checks to ensure that this type of wasteful mismanagement never happens again. But most importantly, it's my hope that setting up this committee can allow us to focus on other important issues. This scandal has dragged on for months, and it has drawn attention away from other significant issues. This air ambulance issue has turned Queen's Park into a three-ring circus, and it's time that we put the sideshow in its own place and that we get back to the work of fighting for our constituents. I agree the ORNGE scandal has been a massive violation of the public trust, and I agree that we need answers, but I also firmly believe that there are other pressing issues that need to be dealt with. Issues such as healthcare delivery in the north, job creation, and bringing our spending under control, all of which haven't been getting the attention that they deserve because of this scandal. We need the answers, but we need to seek those answers in the right setting, and this committee is the right setting and the right place, and hopefully it will lead to us stopping the political posturing and getting real answers for the people of Ontario, the answers that they deserve. As I said before, we have many questions that need answers, and we need to restore the public confidence in the system, and that's why I'm happy to support this committee.